interesting enough, Ethereum is exactly mirroring the 2017 bull run of Bitcoin. And that should, from here, lead us to top out at about 20,000.
All right, everybody. I'm very pleased to be joined by Raoul Pal. He is the CEO and co-founder of Real Vision Finance. And just so everybody knows, I've watched some videos on there that I feel like weren't even that much about, trading or finance, but very informative videos about China, about world, the world, stuff, events. I just think what you do is amazing. So first and foremost, welcome to the show.
It's great to be here. Finally, right? It's taken us a while to get this sorted out.
It has been a while for sure. I would have liked to have you on, 6 months ago, but a few months ago might not have been as interesting while prices were down, but things are looking favorable right now. So let's get started. You've made a lot of comments on Bitcoin, a lot of comments on Ethereum. A little bit later on, probably for a second video, we'll be talking about a lot of the other altcoins. So I really want to focus on Bitcoin and Ethereum for this one. So let's start with Bitcoin. First and foremost, what are your, just general thoughts on the value of Bitcoin, where we're at in the market? What are your observations right now?
I have been following this bull market in Bitcoin versus 2013, and they map each other really well. Right. So there's a number of things I look at. I look at like the stock to flow model that Plan B gives out. We kind of all look at that and think, yeah, it should keep going up. Then I start looking at like network effect stuff, how many wallet addresses with non-zero balance in them, stuff like that. A nice log chart. You can see where the trend is. And then I just map it against the previous bull market, and it's pretty much mirroring 2013. Yeah. And so I kind of knew roughly where this low of this mid-cycle correction was. It kind of worked out. And now it should start moving significantly higher very quickly. So we might have a bit of sideways first, but we've already done a little bit of that. And then the next phase is 3 months of face-ripping rallies.
Yeah.
So I think the end of the year, because that's what everybody wants to know, I think the worst case is probably 200,000, and the best case is 400 plus, depends whether the cycle gets extended, which I think there's a probability of.
So I'm going to disagree with you on that, actually. I'm going to say everything you said lines up with what I was saying at the beginning of the bull run. Like at the beginning, if we go all the way back to, December of 2019, I was making predictions on where I thought Bitcoin was going to go. Definitely saw it going at least to 225,000. And then, as the prices moved, much higher at the beginning of the year, I was thinking, well, we could, clear the stock and flow model, go to 320, things like that. I believe that we're going to only see for Bitcoin, we only have about 4, 5, maybe 6 weeks tops left. I think this thing's going to rip very fast. But I think that there's going to be controls put on. I'm really interested to get your opinions, because I feel like for me personally, over the last few months, like my eyes to what really happens in the world of markets and finance, and you're a former Goldman Sachs. What was your title at Goldman Sachs?
I started and ran a hedge fund sales business at Goldman Sachs, and then I ran a big hedge fund for one of the biggest hedge fund firms in the world as well. Yeah.
Now, I think you're good. I think you're a good guy. I think you're a good guy. And I've said this a lot. I don't lump you in with a lot of the traditional finance people that I don't like, because I just feel like there's too much control from the hedge funds, from, what we call the financial cartel here. And it's a person that was in the belly of the beast at some point working for Goldman Sachs. Do you not see that the financial cartel, the powers that be, the people that control the markets in the world, that they don't want Bitcoin to go to those high numbers? Because if Bitcoin goes to $400,000, that would put the stock market in very, very serious trouble, because why would someone invest in the stock market compared to crypto with those kinds of returns, when now we know institutional money, big money is in play here?
So I'll give you the inside track. They're all building out crypto teams. They're all trying to offer it to their clients. And it is coming, and they don't want to stop it because they want to make money from it. So what I've always been saying to people is this is the opportunity for the little guy to front run Wall Street. Don't fear them. They won't stop it, because they too can make money. So therefore front run them. So I don't think it gets stopped. Of course, there's going to be more regulation over time, but Bitcoin, not a great deal more regulation. There will be an ETF out. I hear that through lots of back channels from a lot of people. It's coming. So I am much less concerned by that than you might be. I think stuff like DeFi, okay, that's going to be a different battle.
Yeah.
Bitcoin, they're involved. They're building out teams. They're offering it to clients. They want to build products around it. They want to make money too. And I've been saying all the way through, best thing to do is own it before they do.
Yeah.
And then we get to make money when they come in.
So I certainly am with you on believing. I know you made many statements before about a $1 to $5 million Bitcoin over the next 10 years, whatever it is. I'm a big proponent of that. I believe there's virtually a 0% chance the Bitcoin is not at some point at least $1 million. I believe that's closer to 8 years away at this point. I think probably 2 cycles away from getting to $1 million. So I agree with everything you're saying. I see that these people are building out teams and they're building out crypto teams. But my argument is just, I think in the short term for the rest of this bull run, they're going to kind of throw the brakes on at some point because they don't want it to get too out of control too quickly. But eventually it will be out of control. Eventually those prices will go up much higher. So you're also extremely bullish now on Ethereum. I know you've said a lot of times, you've made many comments about kind of Bitcoin versus Ethereum. I'm a huge proponent of Ethereum. We call ourselves the official Ethereum channel here on YouTube because there's nobody that can tell us we can't say that. It's decentralized. Am I right? So I want to know your thoughts. I know you are big on the network effects. What is your general, kind of view on Ethereum right now versus Bitcoin?
So I look at the chart, the ETH Bitcoin cross. It's forming this little wedge pattern short term. I think it's going to break that any day now. Then the next move is to 0.08. Mm-hmm. That is the big level. It's the massive kind of resistance level. And if it goes to that, that cross is going to move up at least 100% or more. So basically my view is that ETH is going to dramatically outperform Bitcoin. I mean, already this year, ETH's up 350% and Bitcoin's less than 100%.
It always outperforms Bitcoin.
Yes, particularly at this point in the cycle, right?
Yeah.
So I'm on price action alone, I'm very bullish. On network model, it's growing faster. More people are coming to the network faster than that happened to Bitcoin at the same stage with the same number of users. There's more development going on it, more applications going on it. It's kind of like, and they're just reducing the supply with the, EIP 1559 and then ETH 2.0. There's only 11% of all ETH left on exchanges. There's no supply, and that's going down every day. And demand is going up exponentially. And the only way, if you've got supply that's capped and demand going up exponentially, the only thing that's going to happen is price goes up exponential. So I'm incredibly bullish ETH.
Was that a Bitcoin maximalist ringing the doorbell? Is that what that was?
Yeah, they come. Luckily, our borders are closed, so they can't come and get me.
Yeah, that's funny. It's not funny that they're closed, but it's funny that they're coming to get you. Now you've actually, let's move on to talk about that a little bit. I want to move back to Ethereum here in a few moments, but what do you think about the Bitcoin maximalists? To me, they're the most toxic people in crypto. It's like, you can't have an opinion that anything else can be decent without those people coming after you. You've had some interactions. What is your viewpoint on the Bitcoin maximalist opinion?
I split it down to two groups. One is the group that has a belief that Bitcoin can become the monetary system of the world. Mm-hmm. Could it become the global currency?